Valdosta, headed to we used to all think of as a very long trip, and now not so much. But another ranked team back-to-back weeks, and three, I guess, in the last 5 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yep.
What's going on? How do we get ready for that?
Well, obviously a very good Valdosta State team and a tough place to play. It's called Title Town for a reason. But they're a very good team, very well coached. Coach Dean does a heck of a job down there and has for years. But we approach it like every other game. Every week we come in Sunday and learn from the mistakes we made the game before. Build off the confidence or the momentum that we created the game before, and then put it to bed. And starting Monday, we figure out a way to go 1-0 this week, and that's what we've done this week. We obviously coming off a big win, very exciting win, and using some momentum from that and gaining some confidence from it, but at the same time learning from the mistakes we made to get us in the bind in the hole that we dug into last Saturday, and making sure we have a good mentally focused week of practice moving into a very, very quality road opponent.
Well, when you score 4 scores in the fourth quarter, I guess, go back, and we normally haven't been revisiting previous games, but maybe we should, because this hopefully this is and not that our season was going poorly to start with, but this could be one of those, springboard type wins, I think, when you fight back and you're down 18 with 9 minutes to go. Talk about the kids and their resilience and what it took to do that.
Well, it really could, and where we were as a team were, kind of a team that never quit in ball games, even the ones that we lost, but struggled down the stretch, finding a way to win, make the plays to win the game, and we did that against Shorter, and we kept ourselves up in the game and kept going, but coming out of halftime at Delta, we were up by 3. Went 5 straight 3-and-outs on offense. They scored 21 points in the third quarter, beat us 21-0 in the third quarter. Horrible quarter for us. So had every reason and every excuse to lay down and start thinking about next week and trying to figure out what we were going to do. But the guys didn't do that, and they didn't quit. And then once they started, stayed behind each other, started playing together, offense started having a little success, got a touchdown on the board, and then everything kind of fit in together. Special teams made a big play to get us the ball back on the kick, the onside kick. Offense turned around and scored again. Had to get a 2-point conversion in there at a time, and then defense then had to, I think Delta State was first down and goal on the 4 when they were up by 4 points. And that was late in the game. So, that could have made a very good comeback just to, hey, we stayed in it. But the defense found a way to force a field goal and kept it a 1-score game. And by doing that, it allowed us to go down and score and tie it up. And then the defense got a turnover. And, just every play we had to make down the stretch, with 9 minutes to go, somebody found a way to make it. And, that's huge in the confidence building and the momentum building of where we are at the season, because this is the time of year you want to be playing your best football. You want to start out playing good, but if you're playing your best football in September, it usually doesn't end up well. But we really want to springboard this into this is when we're going to hopefully hit a stride and play really, really good team football.
Well, in the first regional rankings that actually count came out yesterday, and we're in there in the top 8. Your thoughts on, should we have been higher, or are we about where we need to be, or does it not really matter, because the way the schedule is set up and the way everybody else, who they have to play and who we have to play, it's going to shake itself out.
It is. It's going to shake itself out, so we don't put a whole lot into it. Obviously, at coaches, we monitor it to see where we are and where that that bunch thinks of us, and there's a lot of teams in there that don't play teams from our conference, so you can't really get a good quality judge on how really the team would stack up. That's the spot ahead of us. But like you said, it's all going to shake out. It's all going to play out. If we go down and beat Valdosta, then we're going to help ourselves in that regional ranking, and that's all there is to it. We control our own destiny right now as a football team if we go 1-0 each week, and So that's our goal. And we hadn't talked to the guys a whole lot about playoffs. They know it's our goal. We talk about that, but we focus on one game at a time. And we got 3 really, really good football teams to finish this season, and one we're going to their place this week, and that's the main focus.
So what do we, going ahead and talking about Valdosta now, what kind of football team are they? What special challenges do they present for us?
Well, they do what they do and do it well. They're not a big gimmick team. They're not going to line up in 1,000 different fronts on defense, and move guys all around. They're going to line up in what they do on both sides of the ball, and they're going to do it. And they're going to throw the ball and take shots. They're going to run the zone and run a handful of run plays that they're good at doing. Really, our challenge is to limit the big plays on defense. That's been what's showed up the last few games, and that's what can get us in a bind in a game if the offense isn't sustaining drives. So we got to be able to limit that and make them drive the field on us. And then on the other side of the ball, we got to be able to sustain drives. We can't go into any stint of the ball game and go 5 3-and-outs in a row. That just can't happen. And so that's the biggest key. Special teams, we've done a great job returning. This past week was probably one of our best in all phases of the return game, and we got to build off that and continue with that. And really, special teams was it was a really good day. Punting average wasn't the best with Jordan not in there, but Mark did a decent job there, and then had the one blocked extra point. But other than that, we really, really felt good about how we played on special teams, and we got to continue to win that phase to keep us in the games.
What, and you don't want to talk about things, but we mentioned it, because we have a lot of good players at every position. But what is it about about Harry? We seem to play well around him for some reason. I don't know what that.
Yeah.
It's because the other 2 are excellent kids. They're excellent quarterbacks.
Yeah. And it is, and it's I don't know. I know the other 2 have played banged up there for after the first game, and I don't know how much that had to do with it as well. One thing is we're playing better as an offense right now. The last 2 weeks we've really limited what we do in our calls, and the guys, the missed assignments are really limited on the offense. We're playing harder, we're playing more physical, and that helps everything. Then Harry's done a good job distributing the ball. We had 12 guys touch the ball on Saturday, and he's done a good job of going through reads and making sure the right guy gets the ball. He's made some mistakes and some things that we've got to get fixed, and didn't throw some throws he should have thrown. But overall game management, he's done a good job of doing the things that don't get you beat, and the team's rallied behind him right now, and we're playing a lot better on offense, and I don't know that it's just because of him, but we are playing better on offense.
Well, and part of it is too. You talk about 12 different people touching the ball on Saturday. Everybody's getting their chance to get their hands on the ball, and if you got that many people involved, one, it helps you against the defense, but 2, I'm thinking that many people touching the ball, I better do something with it when I get my chance.
That's right. You got to take advantage of your opportunity, because you're going to get it. You won't get it 15, 20 times
right.
in the game, but you're going to get it. And it puts stress on the defense knowing that, we can spread the ball out with some really good players. And it does. It makes those times you touch the ball in the game much more vital, and you've got to do something with it. And our guys are responding. They're doing that.
And we talked about the return game. Maybe this is the last question. Of course, we always think about Ty Hill, but I thought maybe the biggest return of the game in Delta was by Bob Myers on the last kick when they squib it, keep it away from Ty, and he just scoops it like a shortstop and just plows forward, and we end up, starting in plus territory.
That's right.
When we really needed good field position.
We had 2 really good returns without Ty in the game.
Right.
Gervais had a really good one, and then Bob catching that middle squib and getting upfield with it. And those 2 guys did a great job there and put us in great field position on both those. And Ty gets a lot of the credit because he's a special player. But there are other guys on the special teams units that are stepping up and making big plays and making big blocks for him. C.J. Savage had a heck of a block to spring that punt return, and that's what playing as a team's all about, because everybody gets to celebrate in that, and everybody gets to celebrate with CJ for making a big block, and that's what we're trying to foster in the environment we're trying to create here.